Welcome to the Radiant Life podcast. I am your host, Tatiana, and I am a master mindset coach, and I'm obsessed with empowering you to live and create your best life possible. If you're looking to uplevel your mindset, life, happiness, and success, then you're in the right place. My goal with this podcast is to help you see the potential within yourself, to be able to break the limiting beliefs and habits that are holding you back, and to help you feel inspired to get clear with who you are in order to create the life you desire. Thank you so much for listening. Now let's get into today's episode. Hello and welcome to the Radiant Life podcast. I'm so excited to have you here today, and I'm even more excited to share a special announcement with you guys before we dive into today's episode. The doors have finally opened for enrollment for applications to my signature 4-month group coaching program, Embrace Your Radiance. We will be starting on September 13th, and I've created this program for you to be able to help you discover your true purpose and voice, to turn your passions into your career, to gain confidence in yourself and to feel good in your skin, to improve the relationship with yourself and others by learning to set boundaries in a loving, aligned way, and to end people pleasing, to learn how to truly love yourself and find the worth within, to know that you are capable of manifesting your dreams into your reality. If you've been feeling deep down in your core that you are made for more, to make an impact, but are unsure how or where to start, this is the place to do it. If you're ready to master your mindset, let go of the past and what no longer serves you, ready to get clear with who you are and rewrite your story to be able to manifest your dreams into reality, this is the program for you. It's going to be the perfect way to step into 2022. We only have about 4.5 months left of this year. So what better time than now to get confident in yourself, to gain clarity in the direction your life is going, and so much more. Apply today with the link in the description box below. The last day for applications will be on September 11th as we start September 13th. And please note that this is an intimate group coaching program, so spots are limited. And if you want to hear testimonials from some of the ladies in the last round, go to my Instagram page, Tatiana_Kuto, where I will be sharing their words on their experience in the weeks to come. I'm so excited to have you inside. Go ahead and use the link in the bio to apply. And now let's get into today's episode. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time you are listening to this, hello and welcome back to the Radiant Life podcast. I'm so excited to have you here. I know I say that in every episode, but I just enjoy sharing with you guys. I enjoy connecting and I enjoy getting your feedback, and just I love that you listen. I appreciate you so, so much. So today's episode, let's talk about money, and let's talk about your relationship with money. Last week, I put out an episode talking about 3 words I have shifted in my vocabulary that I recommend you do the same when it comes to the money, right? Instead of using spend, I recommended three words to use instead. If you haven't listened to it yet, go listen to it. But let's talk about money this week, because I was talking with my clients, was that a week or 2 ago? And we were talking about our money stories, our relationship with money. Because let's be real, the problem with our society right now is money is like one of the biggest triggering and most taboo topics in society. I don't know about you, but I grew up being told not to talk about money, that it's rude to talk about money, it's rude to ask about money, and people get uncomfortable about it, right? We get uncomfortable talking about it. So I want to talk about it because our relationship with money is what's holding you back from receiving all the abundant amount of money that you want. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, this is something I have been working on, and I consistently work on my money mindset, my money relationship since about 2018, when I became aware of the concept of my relationship and my thoughts and my beliefs on money, right? And I was like, oh, okay, like I need to make some shifts. And my business coach brought it to my awareness. She recommended the book, You Are Badass at Making Money. And that's when my money mindset, my money relationship story really started. So I want to help you, whether you started it already, whether you haven't, welcome. Let's get into it. Because so many people fear talking about money, or we avoid money because we don't want to look greedy, or we don't want to lose it all. And we have these beliefs and stories that do not serve us. At the end of the day, we're not meant to have a poverty view or a poverty mindset of money. We are meant to have money. We are meant to have abundant beliefs and thoughts about money so we can live out our biggest purposes, live out our biggest dreams on earth. We're not meant to not have money, right? But it's the programming, it's the beliefs and the stories that we grew up that have created it this way. And just a reminder from that previous episode, money is more than just paper. Or maybe I should clarify, money is more than just a credit card, because everybody just uses credit cards in their cell phones now. Money is just energy. It's a resource. We use it in exchange for goods or services, and that's it. You know, back in the day, they used to pay in like a cow or chicken. They didn't have a bad, relationship with that. They were grateful for that chicken that they, sacrificed in exchange for goods, right? And money is meant to be had. It's meant to be in our lives. It's not meant just to pay our bills. It's meant to be circulated in ways that support us and love us. 21% of the population is struggling to pay their bills, and 54% of the population is living paycheck to paycheck. When I heard those numbers, I was like, whoa, we got some issues here. We are not talking about money in our school systems. We are not learning how to be financially free. And that's the issue. And us millennials, we're here to make a change. We're here to make money doing what we love, right? You can make money doing what you love. You get that? You want me to repeat that again? You can make money doing what you love. Stop feeling like you have to do what you hate to have money, or feel guilty for the money you're making off of something you're enjoying. And I'm saying that because that was me. I thought I had to hate my life, work all these long, crazy hours to make money when I was in corporate, and I hated it. And then when I became a business owner and started my business, I kind of felt guilty for making money off of doing something that I loved so much, right? No, you can make money, and you can make lots of money doing what you love. So I want you to take a second right now and ask yourself, what are my stories on money? What do I feel and what do I think about money? What did you hear growing up? Did you hear that money is the root of all evil? That the more money you have, the more greedy? That money doesn't grow on trees? Because that's the one I heard all the time. And I was that wise ass to my mom and be like, well, actually it is, because it's made out of paper and paper comes from trees. Like, that was my response to her every time. But I heard that one all the time. That everyone, should have the same amount of money. That the rich just keep getting richer. Like, what did you hear growing up? What is your story? What are your thoughts about money? And maybe you take a second here, maybe you pause this and have this be a little interactive podcast and you write it down, bring awareness to it, because what do I always say? Awareness is when you can make change. Now ask yourself, are these stories true? Is money actually the root of all evil? No. The love of money may be the root of all evil if you're obsessed with it. Are the stories true that the more money, the more greedy you are? That all rich people are greedy and selfish? I don't know about you, but obviously some people are. But then you have the Tony Robbins of the world who give back and donate so much, right? I believe when money is handled by good people, good things can be done by it. So that story and belief I used to have, that ain't true. So are your stories true? Are they rewarding? How do they make you feel when you think about them? Does it make you feel like you can't have the money and that you want? Does it make you feel not good enough? A big important question here that I probably should have said this first. Where did this come from? Where did this belief, where did this story of money come from? Did it come from you? Did it come from your parents? Did it come from your neighbor? Did it come from your teacher? Who did it come from? Who put this in your head? Right? What did you hear growing up? It's important because we were programmed, whether it was intentional or not, we picked up on the thoughts and beliefs of those around us. And now they have created our story on money. And at the end of the day, money is good. It's used to create amazing things in the world. Without money, we wouldn't have been able to have invented and have cars, have planes, have technology, have the phone that you're listening to this right now, have the healthcare system. We need money to help feed the world. It's power and it's love. And if we continue to deny money, like we're not worthy of it or not good enough of it, we won't have what we want. maybe you won't be able to help provide that scholarship to the underprivileged because that's like what your heart's wanting you to do, but you don't feel right having the money. But think about it. What could you do with the money, right? When good people have money, good things can happen. And that's how we change the world. So I really want you to be able to bring awareness to, okay, what are my thoughts? What are my beliefs? What are my feelings and stories with money? So we can talk about changing your relationship with money. And how do you speak about money? Do you complain that you don't have enough? Do you say that, it's all the stress in your life is caused by money, that like if you had more money, you wouldn't have all these issues? Like, think about it, right? If only I had more money. Now, instead of using the word money, think of it as a friend, like your friend Mandy, right? Would you be saying these things about Mandy? Like, Mandy's like causing all the stress in my life. If only Mandy would like support me more, like I could do all these things. You need to be in a good relationship with money, and you need to talk to money with respect. And I view money as one of my best friends. And this is a relationship I've had to cultivate and I've had to work on. But me talking shit about money, me talking bad about how much I owe, how much I'm in debt, how like much she stresses me out or he stresses me out, if you feel like money's a he for you, like, why would money want to gravitate towards you? Money's energy, remember, right? And I don't even know how much money is out in the world right now. And money's going to flow to those who respect her, who talk about her properly, who want more of her and appreciate her for the money that she has now. Right? So bring awareness also to how do you speak about money. And remember, we're all meant to have different desires of money, and that's okay. If you are happy and you're fulfilled being the best teacher that you could be, and you only need to be earning $40,000 a year, and that would make you happy and fulfilled and, oh my goodness, like ecstatic, good. Own it. If you want to be an entrepreneur and you're a visionary and you want to come out with a new iPhone to compete with Apple, and that requires billions of dollars, cool. Own it. Own what you do want. Own that you want the money. But just remember, like, we all have different desires. We all have different needs, and it's okay to want the money that you want. So stop judging yourself for it, and also stop judging others for it, because we are all worthy of money, and money is worthy of the respect that we are, meant to give to her. And let me just say, like, again, we are not meant to make the same money. God did not bless us all with like voices of like Ariana Grande or like Whitney Houston. Am I right? Like, I don't know about you, but I can't sing like them. So if we're all gifted differently and we all have different skills, that means we're meant to all have different money, because we all have energetic, like different capabilities and holdings of it. We don't all require the same amount of money to be happy. So just think of that. So what is your story? How do you speak to money? What did you grow up hearing? Write down all of these stories. I always recommend writing it down so you can bring into awareness with it, right? Awareness is the number one key for change. And your money story is no different than the story you tell yourself on working out, on what you look like, right? Everything's a story, a belief, a feeling, a thought. We all have different models of the world, and we all have different needs. So write down right now, what are your money stories? Become aware of, where did this come from? How were you raised? Were you bribed with money? Did you see your mom threatening your dad with money? Did you have plenty of money in the world where you're like, wow, I didn't even like realize like people stress about money? Do you feel guilty and like you're evil if you have money? Were you told to save money? Like just save all your money just in case for a rainy day? That was me. I used to hoard my money until I invested it all in myself when I became a coach. Now I'm like, yes. Or how were you raised? It's important to bring awareness to this so then you can change your story and your relationship with money. And a question to think about, I asked my clients this the other day, is, do people who love money have more money because they love it? Or do they love money because they have more of it? Same thing with people who hate money. Do people who hate money have less money because they hate it? So they're repelling it. Why would she want to flow to you? Or do they hate money because they have less of it? It goes both ways, right? It's an equal exchange. It's an energy exchange. So think about that. Let's shift your story into you loving money, you respecting money, you wanting more money, because own it. I want more money for XYZ, to go on vacation, to retire my mom, to start a nonprofit, to be able to help fund women who are just getting out of abusive relationships, whatever it is. If it's for you or for others, just own it, right? It's okay. Because money, again, is not the problem. It's your story about it. So let's change your relationship with money. I have my clients do this. I did this, and I wanted to share this with you guys because it made a huge impact on me. It made a huge impact on my clients, and you deserve to have this too. So I recommend after this podcast, you write a love letter to money. You're like, what, Tati? You want me to write a love letter to money? Yeah, I want you to write a love letter to money, because before you can change your story, you need to change your relationship towards money. In order for you to overcome the resistance and false beliefs toward your money, you need to sit down and be like, okay, where's our relationship at? Like, pretend you're talking to a spouse or a partner or a friend, and write a love letter to money. You don't need to show it to anyone. You don't need to share it, but just write what comes out. Be honest. Be real here. There's no right or wrong way of doing it, but own it. Write down everything write down everything, because money already knows how you feel. You think about it and you speak about it. So own it. Write about how you've treated money in the past and why. Write about why you're angry for not having the money that you want. Write why you're sorry for maybe you're angry, or how you've spent it before if you've not managed it well. Apologize for, what you thought money was about, because it was how you were raised, and that you're ready to change this relationship now. Tell money why you want it, what you want to do with it, how you want it to show up in your life, how you want the relationship to be like, what the emotions you want to have now going forward. How do you feel about it? How do you think about it? Literally speak to it as if it's your best friend. If you're angry, say it. If you're afraid, say it. Don't leave anything unsaid. Give yourself a space to write a letter to money. And then end it with love, and end it with the intention that you want with it. Write down the new relationship you want to have with money. I want to feel excited with you. I want to feel excited to look at my bank account. I want to feel like you're always there supporting me, and I want to love you, and I want to respect you. I want more of you so I can do X, Y, and Z, right? Write down the new intentions of the relationship. Visualize it and feel it. End it with gratitude. What is money already doing for you? Money allows you to pay your bills. Money allows you to buy food. Money allows you to have that gym membership, travel, have Wi-Fi. End it with gratitude, because gratitude is the attitude you need to have. Because the more grateful you are, the more things will come to you. Right? So write a love letter to money. Shift your relationship with money by first writing a love letter to it. And this podcast is a little bit longer than I had expected. I'm sorry. Sometimes I ramble, and sometimes I just talk from what's flowing out to me. So I'm going to create another episode on other ways I have implemented in my life that have really helped me shift my relationship with money. Practices, habits, thoughts, affirmations that I have created that really have helped impact me, so that you can apply it to you. But the first thing you got to do is you got to have that open conversation with money. You got to have that relationship talk and be like, okay, let's do this. I'm sick of this fighting, and I'm sick of X, Y, and Z. Let's get back together. I love you. I want more of you, right? And then we'll talk about some more things you can do to help shift your identity and relationship with money. Sound good? Maybe you're laughing here and you're like, I ain't gonna do this. This ain't gonna change anything. It's gonna help you change. You're going to come aware of all the feeling and resentment and how you think and you feel towards money. I promise you. When my clients did this, they were like, oof, no wonder I ain't getting more money. And if you're sitting here like, I have a salary job, Tati, I'm not going to have more money, that's a belief. You can always get a promotion. You can always get a new job. And you know what? Money can always flow to you in many, many streams. Somebody could just feel called to give it to you. You could get a refund that you overpaid, I don't know, rent one time, or that a gift card was, made in your name when you were 5 years ago, and now here's money. That happened to me. I found it, the government had it, unclaimed money. I don't know, I got a return, and it was for almost $300. So be open to it, because money can flow to you in so many endless ways. Work on that relationship and those beliefs with money. And then I'll see you in another episode where we'll talk more about it. Sound good? Sound good? All right, cool. Well, thank you guys so much for listening to today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, take a screenshot, tag me on Instagram at Tatiana_Kuto. Share with me your new belief on money, what you thought of this. If you have anybody else, that needs some money relationships, you know where to send them. Let's get all of us to start changing our relationship with money, because the more money we have, the more money flows into good people's hands, the more we can do with it, the more happy we can make the world. Sound good? Sounds good to me. All right. I will see you guys all in the next episode. And thank you so, so much for listening. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with me and write an Apple iTunes review so I can keep the good stuff coming your way. If you aren't following me already, you can find me on Instagram at Tatiana_Kuto. I appreciate you so much and cannot wait to see you in the next episode. In the meantime, continue to shine bright and embrace your radiance.